One of the questions that I get asked the most is, what do I do for a living while living here in Greece? Now, today is Saturday, and I'm on my way back from an early morning walk. If you're new to the channel, I live in Greece, and I work online. I've been living here in Greece for the last 14 years, and I work as a music composer. That's my 9 to 5. And in this video, I want to share with you how I managed to monetize my passion and how you can start doing the same thing, regardless if you're a musician or a composer yourself. So on a day like today, we go to the farmer's market, the Lake Agora, which is right behind me. And here where I live is a small town community. It's our dream location for me and my family. And I've been sharing my life on this channel for the last 7 months or so since I started this channel. This channel is still very, very new. And the reason why I share this type of videos with you about what I do for a living is because I have met so many people that not only want to move to Greece, relocate to Greece, or visit Greece, or know about the Greek culture, including the language, but also they want to know, how do I live in this country, right? Greece is a famous country for the beaches, for the sun, for the food, for the people. Hey, I married a Greek woman. I've been married to my Greek goddess for the last, I don't know, I lost track now, but it has to be more than 20 years now. And, you know, I relocated to this country for the reasons that I just mentioned, because I love everything about Greece, including my wife. It all started with my wife. My wife is responsible for absolutely everything, including me starting this YouTube channel, believe it or not. She's my biggest supporter, my biggest cheerleader. And in fact, she's the one who helps me run my online business. Now, she's not a musician. She has nothing to do with music, but she's the person who is the one behind the scenes, so to speak, right? So the first thing that you need to know about working online and starting an online business is, what type of business do you want to start, okay? There's so many things out there on the internet, right? There's drop shipping, there's Amazon, there's affiliate, there's Bitcoin, there's all kinds of things out there. Now, the first thing that you need to identify is, what exactly is it that you want to do? What's your expertise? Or most importantly, what is your passion? So my passion is in music. So I am a musician. I play music. I'm a composer. I like to record music. And, you know, for me, I had to be very specific and get very, very clear of how that was going to manifest. Now, remember, I'm talking about an online business. So that means that right off the bat, as a musician or someone who is in the music industry, I'm not going to be doing gigs. I'm not going to go down the pub and play in the middle of the night. I'm not going to go on tour. I'm not going to collaborate with other musicians, because I am focusing on the online business aspect of the music, right? So that's being very specific. That's really focusing on what exactly do I want to do. And this is just an example of how you can see yourself doing whatever it is that you want to do. I'm just going to use myself as an example so you can see, how do I live here in Greece doing what I do. So right off the bat, as a musician, I wanted to be able to work location free. That was very important for me. The only reason that I could live in this beautiful location is because I work online. So working online for me, it was a must, and it has to be tied up to the music. So what I did is that I started to see for ways to put my knowledge and skills about music in the online space. Now, that could have taken so many different ways. I could have become a guitar teacher, a music teacher, online, by the way. I could be a music production, a teacher as well. So my skills are quite a lot when it comes down to the music. And that's because that's my skills, that's my passion. So I cannot emphasize this enough. You need to do something that you're good at, and you need to do something that you're passionate about. So finding your passion is a must. And I come to the conclusion nowadays that it's not about finding your passion, but it's about actually following what you already are passionate about. You have a natural tendency for something, or a natural skill, or a love for something, all right? Once you find that and you get very clear, then the next step is to actually monetize that passion, right? So in my situation, what I did when I relocated from the UK here to Greece, what I did was started to write music for commercials. So my job is writing music for media, meaning for TV, for videos, for YouTube channels like this ones, right? I use my own music on my own videos, and it's something that I take immense joy because I am my own customer, so to speak. And it doesn't get any more fun than that, to actually create YouTube videos and use my own music, right? So, and I'm gonna talk more about that in a future video actually. But what I did was I started to compose music. I got into the music licensing niche or industry and composing music from my home, from a laptop, literally. Like I can compose music from my laptop. And nowadays I can compose music with this iPhone that I'm recording this video, okay? You can actually run a business and start a business with an iPhone. And I'm not joking. I mean, technology has moved on so much, it's just insane. So I could literally do music with my iPhone. So those things met my criteria. Working online, and I can do it from home and work remotely. It has to be remote, location free. I must be able to pack my bags and go wherever I want and still do this job. All right, so once I learn how to monetize that music, meaning that how can I get in front of my customers? How can I get in front of YouTubers? How can I get in front of people that need music? How can I get in front of people that are in TV and film and documentaries that are looking for music, right? So I'm not gonna dive too much into that because this is not necessarily about the music, but the way it works is that I just pretty much just upload the music to a publisher. So I have different publishers where my music is, and they get the customers, okay? So the customer is looking for music for a documentary or whatever, and my music is there sitting on a library, and the publisher, they find the customers or the clients or whoever needs the music, and then they license the music. So I'm not even selling the music, I'm actually licensing the music. So that's the business that I'm in. So that's number one, and that's exactly what I did in the beginning. Now for you, it might be different. You might be, I don't know, in the fitness industry. Maybe you know how to speak a second language and you can teach a language, right? There's so many things that you can do. Maybe your passion is for travel. Maybe your passion is, I don't know what your passion is. I don't know you. I don't know what you're good at. A lot of people don't know what their passion is, funny enough. The problem is not the lack of ideas, okay? The problem is the lack of time, the lack of commitment that you can have in order to pursue one of those ideas. That's the biggest obstacle that a lot of people have, because time is so limited, but we all have the same amount of time every single day. The thing is, what are you gonna follow? That's why it's so important to follow your passion, because yeah, it is gonna be hard. Yeah, there are gonna be challenges. There's so many skills that you need to learn along the way. But if I had to learn how to make the music, then I will spend a lot of time trying to figure out the music part of it in order to monetize my passion for music. So it's so important that you already know what you're doing, right? In terms of the industry or the niche or the market. Now, the second thing that you can do in order to start this business idea and move in the right direction, and this is what I did, right, was to actually share that with the world. So pretty much I started a YouTube channel which is all about the music, which is all about what I do here in Greece, right? And I've shared that journey with my audience since 2016. So now I'm doing the thing, and now I'm talking and teaching about the thing. And you start by doing that on YouTube. So what I did is I started a YouTube channel talking about my music licensing journey, how I got started as a stay-at-home dad that was flat broke after relocating from the UK here to Greece. And I found myself unemployed in a foreign country, and I was trying to look for ways to earn money with my skills and my talents. And it was right there and then that I started this new venture of entrepreneurship by teaching. I created courses. First, it started as a consultation thing that I was doing on Skype. So people will find my YouTube channel talking about the music. They were interested in my story as a foreigner living here in Greece, making music as a stay-at-home dad. And what I did is that people will start hitting me up and say can I jump on a Skype call? Back then there was no Zoom, it was just Skype, and I would get on Skype with people and try to coach them and help them out. And then eventually that became a business, a consultation business, which I still run to this day, by the way. And I created an online course in order to have a step-by-step process where aspiring composers and musicians can do the same thing that I do, like compose the music and how to monetize that music, how to get into the music licensing industry, pretty much just doing what I'm doing, okay? And that's something else that you should actually consider, because the knowledge business is by far the biggest business that is out there, Okay, when it comes down to someone that has no business experience, when it comes down to someone that doesn't want to invest money in something, right? Like if you don't have any money, the best way to start to work online without upfront capital and without any risk whatsoever, apart from your effort and time, is to get into the knowledge business, right? E-learning, as they call it, right? Back then, when I started it, there were already plenty of platforms. Nowadays, in 2024, as I'm recording this, we're going into 2025 now. The knowledge business is just, it has taken off completely. People think that online courses are this weird thing, but that's because you're not in that space yet. That's because you have no idea what's going on. People are looking to learn about anything, really. How to lose weight, how to make money online, how to make music, how to learn how to play the guitar, how to learn how to speak Greek. I mean, there's so many things, so many skills that you possess right now, that you have right now, that you could actually monetize, okay? But you're not, because you don't know how to do this. You have no idea how to monetize your skills and your passions. So online courses, coaching programs, consultations, mastermind groups, all of these things I've done. By the way, in fact, I still run this business when it comes to the music licensing aspect of it, because it's still my 9 to 5. I still compose music for a living. I have an online course where I'm teaching everybody that wants to get into this business to compose the music and how to monetize their music by joining certain publishers and certain libraries. And most importantly, how to do it without spending any money, because when it comes down to even upload the music and do the music, it doesn't take any money. But obviously you have to have a computer. Obviously you have to have an internet connection. I mean, there's a minimum requirement for you to get started with anything, obviously. But if you have a smartphone, like I have, and if you're watching this, it's most likely that you have a smartphone and you're connected to the internet, right? Then you can start recording YouTube videos. I'm recording this YouTube video with my smartphone, okay? And I run my business with my smartphone. Obviously, you have to set up certain things in place, and you have to have certain skills, and you have to have the mindset. I mean, it all starts with a mindset, right? And we usually start things either because of inspiration or desperation. When I started to work online, it was not because of inspiration, it was because of a desperation, because I was unemployed, stay-at-home dad in a foreign country. I lost a lot of money when I relocated from the UK here to Greece. It's a story that I have told here on this channel. So, the reason why I started this channel is because a lot of people on my music licensing channel were asking me about my life here in Greece, because I've done videos like this ones outdoors, talking about the music, talking about entrepreneurship and mindset and personal development, which is something that I have a deep passion for as well. And I decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna share my life, my Greek life, on a particular channel, which is this one, just completely dedicated to that life, right? Like, what do I do here in Greece? How did I learn how to speak Greek? How do I earn a living, right? This is where the whole music comes into play. How I started to work online, all the skills and things that I had to learn along the way, how I have managed to integrate into the community, how I'm raising my two beautiful daughters here with my wife, with my Greek wife, how did we relocate to this beautiful small town. This is a small town, man. This is a small community, and I love it. This is a place I fucking love with all my heart. It's far from perfect, but to me, this is a dream location. We've been coming here for the last, I've been living here now for 5 years, but before we relocated here, in the midst of the pandemic, by the way, in 2020, we were coming here for holidays. Every single summer holidays, we will come here with my family, daydreaming about moving one day here to this place. Anyways, and going back to the pandemic, actually, when we were relocated here to this place, to Nafplio, we relocated here in March of 2020. And the only reason why we managed to do that is because I work online. Full stop. You don't understand the power of having an online business. You don't understand the power of actually having income online. And today, my passion is helping others, because I have met so many people that have so much knowledge, so much talent, so much skills. And by the way, there's certain skills that you will need to learn. But if you're open-minded and if you have the mindset and you can see that if I can do it, and there are other people out there, man, that they're just less qualified than you and less talented than you already doing it, then if you can see that, then you have a chance. It's not guaranteed, but you have a chance. And it all starts with the mind. Okay, Now, if you want to get started, I have a free resource for you, the 3 pillars of how to turn your knowledge into an online business. You can download that free resource in the description. You will find the link. It's absolutely free. And in there, I cover the 3 pillars of how to get started, how to turn your knowledge into an online business. All right? And the 3 pillars, if you just want a spoiler alert, the first pillar is mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to get started. The second pillar is the business, which is what we've been talking about here. What type of business are you going to be doing? All right? I already have kind of uncover a little bit of what I do in terms of business. And actually, I've told you the things that I don't do, right? There's so many things that I don't do when it comes down to online business. And finally, the third is the lifestyle. Okay, so those are the 3 pillars: mindset, business, and lifestyle. And those are the things that I cover pretty much here on the channel. And I cannot stop talking about it because it's who I am, it's what I do. Right? And even on the music licensing channel, where I was just talking about the music, literally about composition, literally about music production, and just the nitty-gritty of how to get started in music in this business, I was still talking about personal development. I was still talking about mindset. I was still talking about business, because musicians and artists are not really thinking in a savvy way of business. They just want to do the art, but they're always complaining that they're flat broke, right? I mean, if you're not an artist and you're complaining that you're always flat broke, musicians and artists are a different breed altogether, man. So I've been talking about this for years. Now, I'm going to dive deeper into different skills that you will certainly need if you want to get started in online business. And I will dive into more detail in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Go and check out the free resources down there again if you want to learn more about online business, entrepreneurship, and mindset. And I'll see you in another video, my friend.